There are worlds that die loudly, they burn, they scream, they leave monuments of ash, and then there are worlds that vanish politely, as if they never existed. No ruins to point at, no names left in books, no songs that dare to remember them, only absences. Today, you are going to hear about one of those worlds, and I should warn you, it was not destroyed by war, or plague, or gods. It was erased on purpose. Welcome to the Forgotten Mage. Welcome back, Seeker. In other tales, the narrator is here to entertain you, to dazzle you, to promise you that everything is safe and that magic is a pretty thing. But I am not that kind of storyteller. I am an archivist, not of one kingdom, not of one bloodline, but of a realm that was condemned to silence. A wizarding world, yes, a realm of spells, relics, orders, libraries, duels, and miracles. But it was a realm that learned something most worlds never learn in time. Magic is not power. Magic is a bargain, and when that bargain is broken, reality collects its debt. This episode is not the whole story. It can't be, because the first law of this realm was simple. To speak its true name is to invite it back. So I will do what archivists always do. I will begin with a fragment, a memory, a warning, written by someone who knew the end was coming and tried to hide the truth where only the curious would find it, like you. Imagine a map, not parchment and ink, a living map, carved into a slab of black stone, kept in a vault beneath a city that no longer appears in any atlas. In the earliest records, the map shows coastlines, rivers, mountain ranges, and then, where the heart of the realm should be, nothing. A blank, not unknown, not uncharted, a deliberate emptiness. The cartographers drew every nation around it and left the center as if someone had spilled shadow across the world. At the bottom of that map, there is a note, written in a hand that trembles as though the ink itself is afraid. Do not travel inward. Do not ask what stood here. If you see roads leading into the blank, turn back. The realm is asleep. Let it remain so. Now, you might think this is superstition, a myth. But there is something that proves it was real. Every culture that bordered that blank space has the same phrase in its oldest surviving texts, written in different tongues, but always meaning the same thing. We do not speak of the vanished, not because they forgot, because forgetting was the price of survival. Erasure is not destruction. Destruction leaves remains. Erasure is surgical. To erase a realm, you must do three things. First, you must remove its name from language, because language is the root system of memory. Second, you must break the chain of inheritance, so no parent can pass the truth to a child without fear. And third, you must seal the magic itself, like drowning a star in a jar. The last part is where most realms fail, because magic does not like cages. So how did this realm get sealed? It happened during what the surviving fragments call the quiet hour. No battle horns, no siege engines, no heroic last stand, just a single hour where every spell in the realm stopped obeying. Candles refused to light, healing charms turned to salt, protective wards inverted, and began keeping people in instead of keeping danger out. For 60 minutes, the world didn't lose magic, it lost trust. And when magic loses trust, it becomes something else. The records say the sky looked normal. That's the chilling part. The end did not announce itself with fire. It arrived like a librarian closing a book, softly and finally. Before we go further, I need to ask you something. If you discovered proof that a lost realm existed, and that remembering it could bring it back, would you still want to know? Tell me in the comments. Would you open the sealed door or leave it shut? Because your answer matters more than you think. In that realm, there was an order older than the crowns and councils. They did not call themselves kings or heroes or wizards. They called themselves Archivists. Their job was not to make spells. Their job was to keep spells from being made again. They stored grimoires and vaults lined with lead and ash wood. They placed curses on forbidden pages, not to punish thieves, but to protect the curious from themselves. And above the archive entrance, carved into a stone lintel, there was a sentence every novice had to recite before stepping inside. Knowledge is not wisdom, and power is not permission. But the archivists weren't feared because they hoarded books. They were feared because they knew a secret. Magic had a limit, not of strength, of tolerance. The realm's magic was not an endless fountain. It was a living treaty between the world and the ones who shaped it. And treaties can be broken. All it takes is one generation that decides we deserve more. Now listen carefully, because this is the part most people misunderstand. The realm did not vanish because it was weak. It vanished because it became too strong too quickly. In the final decades, magic stopped being studied like an art and started being used like currency. Spells were traded, curses were leased, relics were weaponized and patented. Even children learned incantations the way merchants learn numbers, fast, practical, careless. The archivists protested. The councils laughed. And then someone made the spell that should have been impossible, a spell not to kill, not to heal, not to control, a spell to remove a concept from the world, not a person, not a place, a concept. And the concept they tried to remove was this: consequence. They wanted magic without cost, power without payment, a world where every desire could be granted without debt. And for a moment, it worked. For a moment, the realm felt like paradise. Then the universe did what it always does when you cheat the ledger. It corrected the balance, not with a punishment, with an audit. That was the beginning of the quiet hour. That was the first crack in the seal. And that crack is still there. I have avoided the realm's true name for a reason, because names are keys, and keys are invitations. But you deserve something before we end, a final fragment. In the last surviving archive page, a page found folded inside the spine of a children's fairy tale where no scholar thought to look. There is a message written in ink that refuses to fade. If you are reading this, the seal is weakening. The realm does not want to stay forgotten. It is patient, it is hungry, and it remembers the hands that shaped it. So here is my promise. In the next episode, I will tell you the first lie ever spoken about magic in that realm. the lie that made everyone feel safe, right before it doomed them. And I will show you what the Archivists feared most. Not dark wizards, not monsters, but ordinary people who wanted miracles without sacrifice. Until then, be careful what you ask to remember. Some doors don't open outward, they open inward.